right? And this is definitely the most advanced one. This is just something I personally want to see. Some strength coaches or other trainers might not test this often. I just want to see the extent of someone's mobility. So what we're going to test next, first, is as close of a grip as possible overhead squat. Now, if you can't do an overhead squat in general, don't attempt this, right? But if you have an overhead squat, I'd like to see what extent we're working with as far as how much mobility you have. So regular overhead squat is very wide, okay? The one I want is with our hands a lot closer. So I'm not gonna be able to give you a great example, right? But if I overhead squat here, and I can overhead squat, I'm gonna bring my hands in a few inches, try the overhead squat again, bring it in a few inches, try it again. And for me, that's about as far as I can go. Some athletes might be able to get as close as their hands touching and then overhead squat. I cannot, okay? If you are able to achieve that, the next thing I do want to see is how close we can get our feet together. So if I was as close as I could get with my hands on top, I'm gonna see how close I can get with my feet, okay? And for some individuals, it's gonna be as close together as maybe just directly under the hips, okay? And for some really crazy people, they'll probably be nearly touching on both, right? And if that athlete can touch both, I think we're working with an athlete with exceptional mobility, but we just don't want to make sure there's no extent where there's hypermobility and that we need to address and maybe stabilize some joints rather than allowing them to move freely in such a great range of motion, right? So that'll be our last test.